And talking about learning and growing, we always want to make sure our clubs are energized, that we're getting the most out of every meeting, that we're helping our guests see the best that we can be as Toastmasters. And we want to learn a lot about it. We want to learn everything we can to be better Toastmasters within the club meeting. And today we have an exceptional speaker. I have to find his name. It's right here. I got it. Our next speaker is a past, here we go. Our next speaker is a past President's Distinguished Division Governor and two-time President's Distinguished Area Director. He's also a successful club coach, a new club mentor and sponsor, and has served multiple terms as a club officer in her 2+ decades of being a Toastmaster. That's a long time. Not as long as John Berry, but a long time. DTM Jeanne Cassidy will share her enthusiasm, experience, and thoughts on how to energize your club. Please welcome Jeanne Cassidy.
Thank you, Ken. Can you feel it? There's an energy and excitement and anticipation just about to explode from within. It's what I often feel when I walk into a Toastmaster meeting or other Toastmaster event, either in person or online. More importantly, it's contagious, and that's when the magic happens. Today, fellow Toastmasters, we're going to talk about how to engage our clubs. And I want you to consider that the next time you walk into a meeting, you think about this. It may start with me, but it continues with us. Regardless of your role as a club member, a mentor, a functionary, an officer, or a guest, without even saying a word, you can use the opportunity to share that feeling with the group. It's fun to watch those little Eeyores, the Elsas, from Frozen, Oscar the Grouch. Watch them start to exhibit these positive, enthusiastic, high energy characteristics of Tigger or Anna and Big Bird. It's exciting to see it spread and bring even new waves of energy into the meeting. When that genuine enthusiasm is part of the club culture and each member owns that feeling, it sets the club up for success. Not everyone may be feeling it at the start of each meeting, but once it's shared, it will change the dynamics, guaranteed. Pay attention next time. And yes, even online. This contributes to creating a receptive, positive environment and a safe space for members to learn and practice new skills, experiment with new techniques, take do-overs if necessary, and ultimately thrive. The clapping and the woo and the jazz hands are often a natural extension of this enthusiasm. And it's also what keeps members coming back week after week, year after year. I can tell you that it works for me. So how do you continue sharing this feeling and propel you into action? Well, as a group, consider a strategy or brainstorming session. Be open to suggestions of fellow members. Allow your participants in this brainstorming session to help with the planning and be able to offer creative solutions. Oftentimes, something will spark a person's interest and he or she will be excited to take on the challenge of leading and developing and implementing whatever that suggestion is. It may end up going in a different direction than originally planned, but that's where the fun starts. Next, remind members that each and every member can contribute to the Distinguished Club Program, the DCP. Every educational goal that they complete and submit, of course, brings the club another step closer to sharing in the success of that distinguished club. The DCP isn't meant just for officers. It's something that the entire club can work toward collectively. They can work on that together and reach all of their goals together as a team. An individual's success helps the group. Every early renewal payment, new member brought in, educational award completed, officer training completed, all of those are designed to energize and recognize those efforts. And that brings me to my next point. Members appreciate being recognized for their accomplishments. Being acknowledged doesn't have to be limited to Toastmasters success either. It could include the completion of a degree, getting into a special program, running a marathon, starting a new career, retiring from a career. And how do you recognize your members? Is it announced in a meeting? Do you have a club newsletter that you publish and send to your members? Do you recognize in person or in an online celebration? These things will really energize your members because they feel that they are important. Celebrate everything. So how do you keep longtime members and how do you attract new members? Conducting an open house on a regular basis, maybe once a quarter, is a twofer. Invite your friends and acquaintances, and members tend to step up when they know that they're inviting friends to come to a meeting. Their participation goes up, their creativity goes up as they want to get involved and be a part of this. You might decide to have a keynote speaker or celebrate the club's anniversary or some other special occasion. It can be in a regular format or something a bit out of the ordinary. You could do extended table topics, a speech-a-thon with thorough, high-quality evaluations. You can offer a potluck for in-person meetings. If possible, give everyone present a speaking opportunity as a functionary, a table topics participant, a speaker, an evaluator, or a guest. If you have more people in the room than you do roles or functionary roles, take time at the end of the meeting to get thoughts from the people that didn't have a chance to speak. Offer some incentives to members who bring guests. For every guest you bring, your name will be entered into a drawing for a prize. Guests will also be entered into a special drawing for guests only. I know it sounds silly, but people love this stuff and we're never too old for it. It brings a lot of energy and enthusiasm and fun to these open houses. You can also take this opportunity to connect with new members and guests, as well as reconnect with your long-term members. Another thing you can do is you can have theme meetings. With a bit of planning, you can have a special theme for a meeting with a related word of the day. For instance, you can do a Halloween meeting, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you an example, whether it's on Zoom or live. You can then have your Zoom backgrounds, give people a heads up, and they can go out and find their own little Zoom backgrounds that they can put in as part of the celebration. And you can have your prepared speakers possibly give their best ghost stories. You can tailor your table topics, and they can all be Halloween related. The first time this, the last time that, that you were terrified or frightened. And your word of the day can also be related to your Halloween theme. So it could be spooky, terrifying, haunting, whatever you decide that you want to do. Be fun, be creative. You can also have everyone come in a costume. Or if you're on Zoom, you can just have them wear a silly hat. Another thing is, if it's, let's say, your last meeting in December, we are coming up to that again, hard to believe, but you could consider doing a sneaky Santa gift exchange. Has anybody ever done that? It is so much fun. You can have a white elephant that you either got from your house, you could regift something from your home, or you can possibly buy something with a maximum cap. So you say $10, $15 maximum. And then you have the sneaky Santa game. If you're interested, come see me later and we can talk about what that looks like. But all of these things just add to the fun and excitement of a meeting. It's a great time too to be able to get an idea of people's personalities, because not everyone is going to be gracious enough to say, I'll just take the next gift. It's really a lot of fun and a way to get to know people. Another thing, I was thinking about this, and I really found that music might be something that you can consider working with. It can be very powerful since it activates memories, it energizes the room, and it often elicits a subconscious physical response, like you're swaying or you're finding that you're tapping your fingers or you're dancing. God forbid that I might be singing, but you can have all of this because of music. You could play it possibly in the background before a meeting and as people are coming into the room or the Zoom room. You might even want to try doing table topics with music. I have to tell you this one story. Someone had asked us table topics questions, and I got the question about what music or what song do you resonate with? What resonates with you? And I said it was La Bamba, which the words on that were, yo no soy marinero, which is I'm not a sailor, I'm the captain. And for those of you that may know me, I had been called captain for a number of years. So that resonated with me. I didn't attempt to sing it, but somebody found it and started playing it. The room went wild as we were singing La Bamba. It just brought so much energy and joy into the room. It's something you might really want to consider working with. A word of caution, though, it may require you to expand your comfort zone. You could also plan social events outside the club meeting. You can have a bowling night, maybe a dinner meeting. You could go whale watching, go watch a ball game, do a game night, have a potluck picnic or a beach day. And remember to enlist the creativity and interest of your members. You can also conduct a Moments of Truth module on an annual basis to ensure that you're meeting the members' goals and that you're providing value to your members. You may even consider sending out a brief survey to ask each member what their goals are for the year and what they enjoy about the meetings, and maybe some thoughts or suggestions that they have for more engagement. You can also conduct a membership drive, encourage some friendly competition, or you can make it a contest. Take advantage of the district's and TI's incentives, as well as creating your own. Once the creative juices start flowing, the sky is the limit. Just remember to include that feeling of excitement, anticipation, and high energy. Remember that when you want to energize your club, it may start with you, but then it continues with us. Be genuinely enthusiastic, collaborative, creative, and willing to try someone else's out-of-the-box suggestion. Expand your comfort zone and share the feeling. Feel the magic. Back to you, Ken.